Full interview with Casemiro. New Manchester United signing has conducted his first interview with the club since arriving from Real Madrid earlier this week. The 30-year-old sat down with journalist Andy Midden prior to Monday's victory over Liverpool, when he was unveiled in front of the Old Trafford crowd just before kick-off. Topics touched upon include how he felt when arriving at Old Trafford, a previous visit to the Theatre of Dreams, adaptation to the Premier League and much, much more. Carlos, welcome to Manchester United. What are you feeling like after signing for this club? Well, firstly, many thanks. There's no doubt I'm really excited. I've been very warmly welcomed. I've already felt that special affection from everyone towards me, and of course that's really important. I felt that great affection from the moment I arrived, and I think it's a new challenge. I'm absolutely delighted. I feel like I'm 20 or 18 years of age. I'm raring to go. I'm excited to be amongst my teammates, playing in the stadium, and I think that it's just huge excitement, and I'm absolutely delighted. What are your first impressions? Well, as you've said, the love of those around me, it was amazing when I arrived. People were really friendly with me, showing me lots of affection, and that's what you like to feel as a person. So, I'm really happy, really excited, and I feel it's a great challenge and a new challenge for me, so I want to work hard to make it happen. And Old Trafford, the Theatre of Dreams, what's your first impression? We know there's a great deal of history here. It's a club that has a lot of history, not just the stadium but the club as well. It has won everything, and I want to meet my teammates and help the team, and I'm one more player at Manchester United. What do you know about Manchester United? Well, to be honest, I'm coming back here, 15 years later. I don't know whether many people know this, but I played in a competition here when I was 15, when I was at Sao Paulo, and you have that film that runs through your mind that 15 years later you come back here to play for Manchester United, and not in your wildest dreams would you imagine yourself playing here. Obviously, when I played in that Nike Cup, I would have liked to come here, and now that I'm here again, I'm the happiest man alive, and I can't wait to produce on the pitch and help out my teammates and to help Manchester United to win games and to go on to win trophies. When did you hear about the possibility of the transfer taking place? Well, from the very first moment, the Manchester United directors have been great with me, and that's what I needed. They showed me a lot of affection, and I want to show, as soon as possible, in training and games, because of this affection they've shown towards me, by signing me. That's why I want to get going now. I can't wait to start. Your first reaction, when you heard about Manchester United? Well, it's the biggest club in England. It's the club with the most amount of titles. So, I'm really happy and just can't wait to get going. Is playing in the Premier League exciting for you? Of course it is. The Premier League is a dream to play in. It's a wonderful league. The respect that fans have for players, the players have for fans, the players with the referees with the players, the passion of the clubs. When go from the airport to the city, you feel that the city has football in the air, and I think that stadium also speaks for itself. The ground breathes football, and I'm delighted to be here. For your family, it's an opportunity to speak English, learn English. Yes, my wife speaks English. I have a 7-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son. So they speak a bit better English than me. I'm truly sorry to you and all of the United fans that I don't speak English, but I want to study. I want to learn as soon as possible so that I can learn about English culture, to learn English and speak to my friends, my teammates, all the club staff, and I want to show them I'm one of them. Your new teammates, Fred. Well, before coming here I spoke to Fred. He's a friend who I've played alongside in the national team for a good number of games and years. I know him well. He's a great player, and that's why he plays for Manchester United and for the Brazilian national team, which is difficult to get into. So, I have a special relationship with him, and of course he's a great player, and that's why he plays for Manchester United. In your view, why is Fred a good player? Well, Fred has a lot of qualities. I think he's a player that has good movement. He's very mobile, passes the ball well, he has a good shot on him, he can play with both feet, left or right, he can pass the ball well with either foot. He's a great player. Again, that's why he plays for the Brazil, and he's a very important player at this club, and I think he'll help me a great deal as he's Brazilian. I think he'll help me a lot at the club, and without doubt it's important for me to have another Brazilian here, too. 2 other former teammates are here too, Cristiano Ronaldo and Rafa Varane. Does that show the talent and experience that there is in this squad? Well, They are two players that I've had the pleasure of playing alongside. We could spend all day talking about Cristiano. He's one of the best players in the history of football. Looking back at his time at Real Madrid, I think we spent 7 years together, so it's an honor to play once again with these players, but not just these guys. I'm looking forward to meeting my new teammates, to helping them and them helping me, too. I'm incredibly excited to be here at Manchester United. Have you spoken to Cristiano and Rafael? Yes, I've spoken to Rafa. He tells me he's happy. His family is very happy here in Manchester, and I feel Manchester United have a great centre back in him, and, as we know, Cristiano is up there as one of the best players in the history of football, and I think he'll keep achieving things. And who out of the Manchester United players are you most looking forward to sharing a dressing room with? Well, I know that there are a lot of players with a lot of ability, and it's difficult to name players, but I want to play alongside all of them. I know they are very talented players, players that work very hard, and I'll be one more of them, and I want to help my teammates. I hope they help me, too, and that we carry on this beautiful history together. You've played in the best stadiums in the world. The Maracana, the great stadiums in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, the Bernabeu, Camp Nou, and now in England. What are your expectations? It's been full here for every game for 30 years. Well, I think looking at the stadium like this, I'm upset I can't play in an important game like today. So, first I want the players to know that I will be with them on the field. That we all win together. And I think it's a lovely ground. That atmosphere it creates, that's really important, so I'm really excited to be here. I can't tell you how happy I am, really. And I think the fans will also be very important for us, helping us on to win games, and if we win games we will win titles. It's a footballing city. Yes, it's a footballing country. More than a city, I feel it's a footballing nation, and what I like most about England is the respect the fans have with the players, and that's the most important thing. How would you describe yourself as a central midfielder? That's difficult. I think I'm a player that loves to work hard. A player that gives everything on the pitch, but not just over 90 minutes, in training too, which for me is the most important thing. You train as you play, and I think, regardless of the scoreline or what's happening on the pitch, of course everyone wants to win matches, win in training, learn in training, but I'm one of those players who wants to go home and know that I've done my job, so that's my philosophy, my mentality, and now it's all about giving everything for Manchester United. So, for you, it's important to train with the same intensity as games. For sure. For me, you train like you play, and I feel that's key to winning games and titles. You have to train as hard as possible to play at your best, be strong and fully committed. You've played against Manchester United once in the Super Cup, but against City, Liverpool, Tottenham and Chelsea many times. What do you think about Premier League football? Well, I think that English football is very physical and, without doubt, it's very tough. But what I like most about the players, the referees, the fans in this country is that they are fair. Regardless of how physical things may be, everyone is fair. Of course there's contact in football, clashes, but the fairness with which it's played in this league is the most beautiful thing. We know it's a competitive league. Whether you're playing home or away, every game is very tough. All of the teams are equally matched, and I think it's not just those teams who play in the Champions or Europa League. The top team can lose to the bottom one, and that is what the league is like. It's beautiful that it is so competitive, and I'm excited to be playing in it. 100% in every game. 120% in every game. Finally, do you have a message for the fans? Well, I'm excited to be here, extremely happy. I appreciate the affection that people have shown me, from day one, the people in the airport, everyone. I'm delighted, and I'm sure that I'll give everything, not just in games but in training as well, and you can count on me as another Manchester United player, and I want to win matches and titles like all of the players. I'm really looking forward to it, and now it's about working hard and showing everyone what I can do as a footballer. Subscribe to my YouTube channel MUFC Hot Sports for more information about Manchester United.